If you want to remove the X and Y table or even access the ball nut, what you have to do is first of all slacken off the cable for the Y-axis, which is green. Remember the codes are RGB, X, Y, Z. Then you remove the front cover. Just go around this side. This is the front cover. Sits on by those screws. Fits in there like that. These are the 4 screws you remove. You squeeze the sides together as you slip it down and over. You look through a hole to get one of the screw holes lined up, and that's how you attach it, but you just remove it the same way. So you undo the screws all the way out so there's clearance in here, squeeze it out, lift it up, take it back. So with that out the way, you then use a pry bar under the front of the support, put a block of wood, lift it up, stretch, spin these down as far as I'll go, then you just raise it up so as you've got enough room to put your hand in there. Now once you've done that, you have to remove the connection. That's the green one in there. So you actually reach under, you pull the cable out. That's why you had the slack at the back. You pull the cable out till you can actually get it, and you pull all the cover off, that waterproof green cover, and that will take it all off. Then you pull it apart and the 4 pins will come separate. Then you remove the limit switch, you undo this screw, take that off, and there's 2 screws on the limit switch. You then take that and then just lower it. This bit of conduit is where it fits. You rotate it around and the limit switch will allow it to move further out. You then wind the table out approximately about to this point, say 25mm, 30mm from there. You look underneath until the 2 cap screw hexes can be seen. Then once that's in position, you can then undo these 4 cap screws, and a good idea is then to support the weight of the head, a couple of washers under there. Then you drag this out. The table assembly saddle will come across with it. That's why you set the position of the screws first. Then you get your special Allen key, you reach up and you undo that. You can use a ring spanner on the end of the nut to get up, but you are working with mirrors. I've used the endoscope connected to the computer, but they don't focus, so you're better off plenty of light, shine a light down, looking up, undo it. You also wind the table so as it's back there, and you undo these 2 cap screws and lift the nut clear. So then the whole assembly will then move out. If you wish to take the whole assembly out, you then bolt it up like I showed you on the other video. But this is just in case you have to do any work on the ball nut, the Y ball nut, which I just had to do recently, and that's how you do it. And to put it back in, you torque it up, you then slide the assembly back in, put the screws in, make sure the conduit is in the hole, because it might drop out. You then grab those green, and that's the difficult bit. You are actually working here, and it's a bit difficult because the cable doesn't bend as much, so you have to sort of spend 5-10 minutes trying to get them all lined up and push them in. Once they're all lined up, it goes quite sweet. Then you put the, tighten these up. You can take the belt off and check slack to make sure everyone's running smoothly. Tighten those up, tighten those back up, check your limit switch is working, and that these are lined up in the vertical position so as they don't hit anything, and then just try it by hand. Then lower it down one step at a time, and then it's flat. I've got this up in the air at the moment because you may have noticed it's got the blue LED bar, the boom off the quad. The original LED I had in there, it started to deteriorate because it's flexible, but the LEDs kept going. So that's just off an old quad. And that's just to light up the logo, and also to show light that there is 12 volts, so I don't have to run around if I have a problem. If that's on, there's 12 volts, I know that. And also at night, if I happen to forget the machine, I can then just go and see that it's still on. So it's also a reminder. And then you put the cover back the same way. So that's just in case you forget in 5-10 years time how to do it.